Alright, this is Jinryu here. This is a subject I would like to rant about, and that's the genre of fighting games today. I just don't know what happened to the genre. It's my favorite genre, and there's, I mean, let's start back in the day, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat turned me on, but when those two came out, they set the standards, and a whole lot of fighters came out back in the 90s. But now today, there's barely any coming out besides Virtual Fighter, Dead or Alive, and Tekken. The Street Fighter genre, they fell off a long time ago, so they're just releasing old games, but as like collections and stuff. And Mortal Kombat, well, they just ended their series with Armageddon. They're supposed to be starting a new one back up, but I don't know when. This genre of fighting games is slowly coming to an end, is what I think. People have been telling me that. I really don't want it to end, because freaking the fighting genre is like, my freaking favorite genre ever. I don't know why or how the genre is dying though. It's just gotten to me, But around the 2000 era, another fighting game which people barely know about, only like selected of us know about this, popped up, and that game is called Mugen. And to me, when I found out about that from a friend, that was like a freaking fighting gamers heaven right there. Just getting a whole bunch of characters from Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, King of Fighters, World Heroes, Killer Instincts, all of them all together, and but the fighting genre besides that is falling. There's barely any more coming out right now, and I don't know if it will still continue. I hope it does. I hope Mortal Kombat comes back with a vengeance, because they tried to end Armageddon, which was their last chapter of that Mortal Kombat, with Sub-Zero and all of them. They're supposed to start a new chapter, but who knows, Well, I just hope that someone can revive this genre of fighting games, Is there any like developer company out there? I know Capcom should come back with another fighter. Bring back the classic 2D. Mortal Kombat should do that too, but Tekken, Virtual Fighter, and Dead or Alive, those are good games, but they're not really classic, the classic fighters that I'm used to, I still play them, and I'm good at them too, Soul Calibur too. But no one seems to realize that the fighting genre is falling, and more first-person shooters and adventure games are popping up, and the fighting genre is slowly dying. And I don't know what to turn to. I've played like all the fighters up to now, like even the sucky ones, all the fighters, you name it, I've played it, and I still play them too, whether it be on the Genesis, Saturn, Dreamcast, any system. I got those. Even the classics like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's like the only one that everybody seems to be playing and going still to arcades to. But other than that, there hasn't been any new fighters that really has been a classic you know, a classic fighter in so long. That hasn't came out since, I think the last one that came out was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And what happened? There's no more 2D fighters really, except for what? Well, the only fighter that really comes to mind that's still doing their thing a little bit, but nobody seems to notice about them because they think they're a Street Fighter ripoff, is King of Fighters and the Neo Geo franchise. You know, they're still going strong. The Neo Geo Battle Coliseum games and stuff like that, but nobody seems to know about them. You know, I respect them for that, but there's really no other games that, you know, people like to play. But I still play them. It's just no one else notices. And that's why the genre is dying. I just don't understand that. And you know, I think it's still going strong back in Japan, and you know, they just don't want to send any other fighters to the U.S. You know, it's just getting out of hand. Cause I really don't want to see the fighting genre die, man. You know. Well, you know, this has been a rant on the fighting genre. You know, I might do other rants later, but I just had to get this one off my chest because I hate to see this one fall. You know, this is what made me a gamer, and I don't want to see it, you know, die. So, this is Jinryu signing off.